Students, welcome to the lecture 10, Maths chapter 1, number systems. Today we'll start the last exercise of this chapter, exercise 1.6. For this exercise, first of all, we will recapitulate the laws of exponents which we already did in our previous classes 7th and 8th. So let's revise the laws of exponents once again. First law, that is the law of multiplication, where your bases are same and your exponents are different and your bases are in multiplication. Then what you do, you add the powers. For example, 5 raised to the power 3 multiply 5 raised to the power 8. The answer would be 5 raised to the power 3 plus 8, that is 5 raised to the power 11. Second law, taking power of a power. When you have two exponents, what do? You just multiply the powers. For example, 5 raised to the power 3 raised to the power 4. The answer would be 5 raised to the power 3 multiply 4, 5 raised to the power 12. Third law is division law, where your bases are same, powers are different, and your bases are in division. Then you subtract the powers. For example, 2 raised to the power 5 divided by 2 raised to the power 3. Answer would be 2 raised to the power 5 minus 3, 2 raised to the power 2. Next, your bases are different and the powers are same. Then what you do? You take out this power common and multiply the bases. For example, 3 raised to the power 7 multiply 7 raised to the power 7. How will you do this? 3 multiply 7 raised to the power 7. You will take out the power common. The answer would be 3 sevens are 21 raised to the power 7. The same you can apply in division also. How? A raised to the power b by a raised to the power p by b raised to the power p is a by b raised to the power p. Take out the power common and divide your bases. Now these four laws you have already done and you are familiar with them. Now fifth one is a new law for you people. So let's understand this law with the help of an example. Okay, this law, fifth one, states that nth root of a number, nth root of a number, real number, can be written as number raised to the power 1 by n. Okay, let me make it more clear to you. That means if you have a square root of a number, you can write it as a raised to the power 1 by 2. If you have a cube root of a number, you can write it as a raised to the power 1 upon 3. If you have similarly fourth root of a number, you can write it as a raised to the power 1 by 4. And if you have nth root of a number, you can write it as a raised to the power 1 upon n. Now let's see how it happens. You know, the square root of 4 is 2. Everybody knows, right? Now according to this law, how we can write square root of 4? We can write it as 4 raised to the power 1 by 2. Nth root of a is equal to a raised to the power 1 by n. So square root, how will you write? 4 raised to the power 1 by 2, because this is square root. Now how do you write 4? 4 is what? 2 into 2. Or you can write 4 as 2 raised to the power 2. So in place of 4, write this. 2 raised to the power 2 raised to the power 1 by 2. What I have done, I have just changed it. Changed this 4 as 2 raised to the power 2. Now take power of a power law. 2 multiply 1 by 2. Powers would be multiplied. This 2 and 2 would be cancelled. What is left? 2. Same. Okay, that's how this law works. Okay, so nth root of any number can be written as a raised to the power 1 by n. And if suppose this real number is having a power m, suppose this real number is having a power m, Then how will you write this? A raised to the power m raised to the power 1 by n, because nth root we will write as 1 by n. Okay, now power of a power law, a raised to the power m into 1 by n, which is equal to a raised to the power m by n. This is the law. Means if you have a, that is a real number, m and n are integers and they have no common factors other than 1, then how will you write this expression? Means a real number raised to the power m and uska nth root, how will you write it? You will write it as a raised to the power m by n, and I have proved it how it happens. So this you have to learn, because in most of the questions you have to use this law. Now children, here I have some examples of the questions which are there in exercise 1.6. So please pay attention how I am solving these questions. The first question is 2 raised to the power 2 by 3 multiply 2 raised to the power 1 by 3. See, our bases are same, powers are different, and bases are in multiplication. So you will use the law a raised to the power x multiply b raised to the power, a raised to the power y. So your powers would be added. So I have added the powers. 2 by 3 plus 1 by 3, that is equal to 3 by 3. 3 by 3 is 1. 2 raised to the power 1 is 2. Basically, first law. This law I have used. Next, 3 raised to the power 1 by 5 raised to the power 4. As you can see, power of a power, powers would be multiplied. You will get 4 by 5. Then 7 raised to the power 1 by 5 divided by 7 raised to the power 1 by 3. Simple division law, powers would be subtracted. 1 by 5 minus 1 by 3, that is equal to minus 2 by 15. Now how will you change this negative exponent to positive exponent? Reciprocal of the number. Right? Here your bases are different and powers are same. So powers I have taken out common and multiply the bases. Next, 64 raised to the power 1 by 2. How will you solve this? For this, first we'll find out the prime factors of 64. We'll do the prime factorization. 32, 16, 8, 4, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 64 can be written as 2 raised to the power 6. So in place of 64, we'll write 2 raised to the power 6. Uska power 1 by 2. Taking power of a power, powers would be multiplied. 2 and 6 cancel. 2 raised to the power 3, that is equal to 8. Similarly, 9 raised to the power 3 by 2. So 9, how will you write? 9 is what? 3 into 3. That is 3 raised to the power 2. So in place of 9, I have written 3 raised to the power 2. Raised to the power 3 by 2. Taking power of a power, powers would be multiplied. 2, 2 cancel. 3 raised to the power 3. That is equal to 27. On the basis of this information and these examples, do this exercise 1.6 in your maths notebook. It's very simple, children. This I have already discussed just now. 32. How will you do this? Prime factorization of 32. Just write it as the product of its prime factors and then use power of a power law. 125 you can write as 5 raised to the power 3. And then raised to the power 1 by 3, taking power of a power law. 32 you can write as 2 raised to the power 5. Then raised to the power 1 by 5 and use power of a power law. 9 I just told you now. 32 same, 2 raised to the power 5. And then raised to the power 2 by 5, take power of a power law. 16, how can you write it as? 16 is what? 2 into 2 into 2 into 2. 2 2s are 4, 4 2s are 8, 8 2s are 16. So 2 raised to the power 4. So 2 raised to the power 4 raised to the power 3 by 4. So taking power of a power law. Same here, 125, 5 raised to the power 3 raised to the power minus 1 by 3. So this would be this one. 3 3 would be cancelled. 5 raised to the power minus 1. Power को positive करना है तो reciprocal 1 by 5. Here your bases are same, so powers would be added. Powers would be multiplied. Powers would be subtracted. And here your powers you will take out common. Okay, so I have given hint for all the questions. So children, please do this exercise in your maths notebook. And we have finished this chapter. NCERT exercises we have done. Only exercise 1.5 question number, I think 4 is left. So for that question, I'll provide you one link. You can see the video on YouTube in that link and do that question in your maths notebook. After that, I'll give you some extra questions from some other books and one practice assignment also. So children, now I think you are clear with the concepts of chapter number 1, and you will be able to solve the questions which I'll give you in practice assignments. So thank you so much, and stay home, stay safe.